Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 6 of our commentary for Ico. Last time, we actually accomplished something. We solved a puzzle in this cathedral-looking area to open up the left-hand gate that will allow us to escape from the castle. Unfortunately, now we gotta do the same thing or the other side, or it doesn't count.
And now we got the grand sword to seal evil that the whole game has been building up to. And we totally won't just throw it in the trash like a few minutes in.
Little behind the scenes here. This was actually not my first take of this part of the game. I took a break there, which is why Ico and Yorda were asleep that time and waking up. Because they go to sleep if you save and then quit the game. But I started doing the next area, and then I realized about halfway across this bridge when the enemies started swarming me, uh-oh, I don't have the sword.
Oops.
So I figured might as well just reset, and the audience would be none the wiser.
Unless you tell them.
Oh.
So I didn't pay attention last time. Does the sword just like one-hit KO these guys?
I think it's 2 hits. Which is much better than what we had before.
He was just running on, then suddenly he's like, wait a second, my hand feels a bit lighter.
Nah, man, he was fooling him. Huh, I seem to have let go of Yorda. I sure hope nobody tries to go and snatch her. And he's like, oh no, oh boy, now it's my big chance.
I still don't understand why she doesn't want to swing the stick. She'd be great at it. She got big old lanky arms.
Yeah, she's got incredible range.
Yeah.
Probably better than Ico, all things considered.
I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, or if we have. I forgot because it's been a while. When there's not music, there's just like nature sounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're really walking along the castle walls. That's what you would hear.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want every single game to be like this, but for something this short, it's kind of like...
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to just hear nature for a while.
This game... I know... Nice.
What a thrill.
Oh, damn it.
You missed your chance, Joe.
Ugh. That's the easy joke.
I'm pretty sure we've made that joke every time. Like
never
when we've been
stopped
playing.
us before.
You can't not make a Snake Eater joke on a ladder.
The game is legendary.
Yeah.
It also has a great port on PS3.
Oh yeah. I got the 360
Hey,
version.
look, another sword.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I could have... if I had made it all the way up to the top of that ladder with Yorda and just skipped the monsters, I wouldn't have needed to reset the game, but...
Yeah. I like how... You like, find your first sword in the game, and it's like... Obviously, this is something special, like... This is like a turning point in the game or whatever, and then you kind of hear, there's just another sword over there. The swords aren't special.
Well, what are you supposed to do if you forget to bring it along? You gotta put the bridge down.
So, I would laugh. I've never played this game myself. I've only watched you guys play it. But once you go to the other half of the castle, I would laugh if it was the same exact thing, just flipped. He's gonna do the same puzzles again.
Mirror mode. Yeah, they ran out of development time. It's like Devil May Cry 4, where you play through the first half of the game, and then the second half of the game is just the first half in reverse.
Hey, we kind of did that with Halo a little bit, too.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he knocked her out of the way with that box.
Yeah, Ico can be a little oblivious sometimes.
Oh,
But I guess that's just how kids are, huh?
Yeah. He's blunt.
I remember trying to... I remember trying to, like, leap over and air slash the rope.
Uh-huh. Doesn't work. I'm not sure why he keeps slipping off. Yeah, see?
Like that.
Case in point.
Just cut the rope.
Now what you're really supposed to do...
It's like that mobile game.
By the way, that wasn't every attempt at me getting up there.
Oh, God.
I cut out the times where I didn't even make it to the rope. So you're welcome for that.
Hey, it's another stretchy rope.
Yeah. Okay, that one's a little better. The other one was literally just, like, expanding.
It's like they just stuck the stretch mouse under the geometry and said go. I love that.
Now I thought there was going to be some kind of vista over here, but no.
Oh.
Nothing but disappointment.
Aw, nothing but Windows XP.
Just the old,
If you look closely, you can see Sonic and Elise frolicking
just the old
in the
apartment
background.
view. Just like, yeah, I got an apartment with a view, and you look out the window, it's just the wall of the next apartment.
One day, Yorda, all this will be yours. Everything the light touches.
Ico's actually a landlord. The nearby village sends their landlords off to be sacrifices in this temple.
This whole game is just Ico evicting Yorda from her home.
I'm here to escort you off the premises, ma'am.
Come on.
See, I was gonna say it's the whole game is Ico trying to get another tenant to pay rent for his place, but I like your idea better.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? They can coexist. He's evicting her from her home and forcing her to come live under him and pay him exorbitant rent.
Yeah, we're like you said, we are kind of going backwards through all the puzzles we just did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at the midpoint of the game, I mean, I would say this is like a little before the midpoint. Although I haven't edited all the footage together, so I could be wrong on that. But
there's still more sequences and more stuff to do after the castle.
Yeah, of course. Ico and Yorda go on many adventures in the.
Yeah, this is just the tutorial.
in the many sequels.
Well, no, like there's like some stuff outside.
Just wait until Yorda levels up. She gets promoted to the Valkyrie class.
No, you see, what's going to happen is eventually Ocelot's going to show up and sink the castle into the ocean, and then it's going to pick up 2 years later with a different character with blonde hair, voiced by Quentin Flynn.
Wait. Is this...
See, at first I wasn't sure if you were talking about Metal Gear Solid 2 or Kingdom Hearts 2.
It's Castlevania.
You know what, Dan? You're absolutely right. I apologize for my vagueness.
Sora died in a tanker incident 2 years ago.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
In the Keyblade incident, where he unlocked his own heart.
Hey, technically that happens.
Yeah. I'm sowing the seeds of the eventual Kingdom Hearts playthrough. It's going to be brutal.
It's coming. It's in the
I
works.
love that game, but it's going to be brutal.
Dude, I'm ready to shit talk the hell out of that.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay. I'm going to be honest. It's not out of love. It's more out of just easiness and fun.
Out of love to shit on it.
It's a good game. It just cracks me up.
Yeah.
And occasionally frustrates me immensely.
It's a trope machine, but it's still a fun game.
Yeah.
Lightning powers activate. Is she an X-Men? Does she have like the X gene? Is that why she's
Is she
special?
the granddaughter of Palpatine?
Yeah, her mutant superpower is to just open very specific doors.
Yes.
And sometimes make invisible platforms tangible.
But only sometimes.
Honestly, that's kind of a cool power.
Until you realize that it only applies to stuff that's already there, like inside this specific castle and nowhere else.
Well, we're out of the castle.
That's why she's hanging
I guess
out
I'm
here.
just an ordinary person now.
Because it's the only place that she can use her powers and feel useful.
Yeah. I thought it would be worth it, but then the queen put me in a cage and sent these shadow guys after me.
Mm-hmm.
So is this where you do the fishing minigame?
Yeah.
Can't you see the big purple cat
We're gonna
over
get
there?
the Hylian Loach, Dan.
The Hylian Loach.
Strap in.
Is that the name of the rarest fish in Twilight Princess?
And an Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually didn't know there was an Ocarina of... a Hylian Loach in Ocarina of Time until Dan showed me in college.
Until I subjected him to like 2 hours of trying to get it.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
God, the fishing mechanics in that game are not good.
Well, What? It's not even like that hard to get it. It's just it's dependent on a bunch of factors like whether it'll even appear or not.
Oh.
So like you have to keep like cycling the fishing hole by like paying to fish there and then leaving and like coming back and repeating that until it does spawn. And it always spawns at like the lowest point of the pond, so like you can't really easily tell if it's even there or not.
Do you get like a heart piece out of them, or just like bragging rights?
Nope, it's just bragging rights.
Just a sense of pride and accomplishment.
I don't think you're. I think you're allowed to. I don't remember exactly if you're allowed to even like keep it as a like your largest fish caught. If you are, you have to talk to the fishing hole. You have to do like a specific set of actions to like you make it so the fishing hole guy isn't just like, yeah, you cheated, that doesn't count, I'm throwing it back.
You know, I should have known it was in Ocarina of Time, because in Twilight Princess, there's a part...
because there's nothing in Twilight Princess that isn't in Ocarina.
Okay, that. But also, in the fishing hole, there's a picture of the fisherman from Ocarina of Time, who's like the current shop owner's like granddad or great-granddad or something, and he's holding the Hylian Loach.
What is like a picture of that guy like in the graphics of Ocarina?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Oh,
like
I
an
didn't
old
know
black
that.
and white
It's really
photo.
weird, but like...
That's funny.
I don't mind it.
Uh-huh.
You won't see me complaining about that like tiny bit of...
That's the kind of reference that's funny,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I like that.
Or like in some of the Metal Gear games, when they show the events of previous games, they show them in like PS1 graphics or MSX graphics.
God, I loved MGS4. Like, I had flashbacks to all these different things, but it was in the original game's graphics.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
thinking
Snake
of.
was having like flashbacks to PS1 Polygon Snake.
Uh-huh.
I love when you get the active camouflage, you can actually wear that head.
Yeah.
For the entire game.
There's so many like hidden camos and face camos and stuff in that game.
Yeah. Although being young Snake is kind of fun.
Yeah.
For the whole game. When you meet Meryl and she looks at you and she's like, "Wow, you look like shit," and he's like, "What do you mean?"
I remember there was a scene in the trailer or something that shows like young Snake. And I was like, "Oh my god, do you get to play as young Snake for like a section here?" Or in the game? No, it's just old Snake wearing a disguise.
Which he immediately gets rid of as soon as he's right.
Just another case of Kojima just taking the piss out of his fans that were like begging for more Metal Gear. And like, we want Snake back, we want Snake back.
Yeah.
Which honestly, like, he did it in a way that I can respect.
Yeah.
Like, he gave us what we wanted, but like, he's like, I'm giving you what you want, but in my way.
Yeah.
I can respect doing like deconstructive stuff like that, but like he wore that disguise to like disguise himself, and then he takes it off, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he wore it to like get through a security checkpoint, and then as soon as he gets through, he like just takes it off. Well, actually,
does he wear it for the mission?
He does wear it for the mission. He takes it off briefly because like
disregard what I said.
He's like in a like people aren't watching him.
I'm just being stupid.
That's the tailing mission. That's one of the weirdest missions.
Now I remember what actually happened. He keeps it on, but at one point he like starts coughing his lungs out because he's an old man, and like the disguise like flickers off for a bit, and like one of the guards looks over like, did I just see that?
MGS4 is a feel bad kind of game. So if you're ever in that kind of mood, check it out.
Yeah.
Someday we gotta break our MGS cherry on this channel.
It's a game that simultaneously has moments of Snake contemplating suicide and literal like hand-to-hand combat between Rex and Ray, where you like get to pilot Rex and just like beat the crap out of Liquid, who's piloting Ray.
Yeah.
And fan favorite moment, or what am I trying to say here? The freaking diarrhea guy hooks up with Meryl. Everybody loved that, right?
God,
Was it
I remember I
Johnny?
was showing off. I was playing MGS4 with a friend, and we got to the Rex versus Ray fight, and he is like, "How can anybody in good conscience hate this game?" And then we got to the the part where with like Meryl and Poopy Pants, Johnny.
It's
Like near the end, and he's like, "Oh, this is why."
Yeah. See, it's you can hate
To
parts
be
of
fair,
it, but
I
love the
don't
thing as a
mind
whole.
it. Like, as an avid MGS fan, I don't mind it. But I can see why other people might, especially if they like hardcore shipped Snake and Meryl.
See,
But like,
the
then
pro
you see how
ship.
Snake is like crotchety old man, and like, maybe Meryl doesn't deserve to be with like old man who's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The pro ship is Snake and Otacon.
Obviously,
Well, that's the only
Yeah.
canon ship.
Yeah.
they're the
It's
only. They're the
They
only.
do have a child.
Yeah, they're the only couple that both has an adopted child and, more importantly, a secret handshake.
Yeah. That's true love right
God.
there.
MGS2,
Make no mistake.
fucking that game is so wild.
I love that MGS2 also had like side story thing, like non-canon side stories, and one of them was just like a bro movie with like Snake and Otacon traveling through dimensions, like being bros. It was the best one.
Snake and Otacon, best of blokes.
Please tell me you're not going to skip this ladder.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Taking a while.
Listen,
That was the
Yorda
shortest one yet.
Has long, spindly, weak limbs. It's hard for her to climb things.
Yeah. You know, not like this little boy. Although I guess he does have the boundless energy of a child. So.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't really feel bad about making that whole episode just talking about Metal Gear Solid, because
Yeah.
that was just a whole episode of climbing ladders.
Yeah. I didn't really accomplish much there. I'm in the middle of kind of a big, like, macro puzzle where you have to shut off the water in that previous chamber. And I won't end up solving that until the next part. So if you're interested in the conclusion of that little plot thread, quote unquote, tune in next time. It's going to be a wild ride.
See you then.
Bye.
Farewell.